So we just popped out to town. We're on the way back home now. Got some coffee and some pork buns. Pork buns. Dogs are in the back. So this morning our electric went out. This is the reason why. There's a car on its roof and it's whacked into the electric pole. So they're just flipping the car back. Bloody hell. Penn's just asking them what happened. So it's pretty beat up, but it looks like the cab survived okay. Okay, so apparently he didn't come this way. He's come round the bend this way and lost control and spun and then gone like that. The electric's off till 4 o'clock, so that's just a little bit of a problem because, you know, we want to have the fan on for Gorgie in the hot part of the day. So what we're going to do with him... So we got all the pork buns from the town. There's this place in the town, they make them like homemade. They're pork and egg. They're really nice. So we're all having them. They're only £5 each. Latte as well. I love lattes. Thailand has notoriously dodgy roads, dangerous roads. People just driving like maniacs on a wing and a prayer. And a lot of the time it's in really unsuitable vehicles. You know, every other vehicle in Thailand is one of these pickup trucks. And they're designed to carry loads of weight in the back. They have very, very stiff suspension. It's not like a car where there's decent soft suspension. It soaks up the bumps and keeps the tyres on the road. If you drive too fast in these things, you hit a bump or a series of bumps, the suspension doesn't soak it up. It's too hard to soak it up and it just skates across the surface. Speeding around in pickup trucks like this is just a recipe for disaster. So we're off for a quick walk with the dogs. We're going to go around the same loop that we did the other day. So today's an anniversary day. We've got 3 anniversaries. This will be my 50th video on this YouTube channel, which I can't quite believe I've done 50 videos. It's flown by pretty fast. Also, today, 5th of March, it's mine and Penn's wedding anniversary, so it's our 1-year wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Yeah. And 10 years together.
And also this summer is our 10-year anniversary of, you know, going out with each other. So we've had a walk over to neighbour's farm again. He's got some bags of manure here. Apparently we're having a bit of that as well. He's got himself a really big garage workshop set up here. Quite jealous of this. He can fit like 3 or 4 cars, no problem. Big place to work on his motorbikes and his digger. So Puck's going to bring the mud over for us now on his salon. That's nice of him. He's got all sorts of tools in here. All welding equipment and all of his stuff set up over there. That's what I need, something like this. Nice tool shed. All kinds of tools in it. Alright, come on. Let's go. So 10 years me and Penn have been together. When you look back, it does feel like it's gone by really fast. But I guess life's always like that. I think our biggest secret is that we have a similar dream. My dream is to have a farm. Penn's dream is to have a house that's surrounded by fruit trees. So they're not quite the same dream, but for all intents and purposes, we're both headed in the same direction. Oh, come on, Bung Bung, come on. Let's go. Here comes our cow poo. So hopefully they'll be alright while we're out. And hopefully the electric company will hurry up and get it sorted. Fans will come on as soon as the electric comes on. We were going to go up to Surat Thani and go to this pizza restaurant we'd seen on the internet, but we were driving past this 7-Eleven over here and we changed our mind. Pen's got some fried chicken from the market over there, and I've got a vitamin jelly and a drinking yogurt. I'm not that hungry because I ate too many pork buns earlier. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. What make it up?
So years ago, right, I went off and I did this volunteer work on the farm in southern Japan. Turned out I really love farming, and I thought to myself, you know, if I could do anything, I want to be a watermelon farmer in southern Japan. That was like my ultimate dream, and I didn't really know how to get there, right? So how does a person in England get to go to Japan and be a watermelon farmer? I don't have the money to buy a farm, I'm not a citizen, so there was a lot of hurdles between where I was and where I wanted to get to. And then 5 years afterwards I met Pen. I started going out with Pen. So at the beginning of our relationship, I wasn't unsure whether it was going to continue long term, because, you know, I liked Pen, I wanted to stay with Pen, but at the same time I had this dream that I want to go and be a farmer, right? It felt like I had to choose between, you know, going and being a watermelon farmer or trying to achieve that dream and going out with Pen. So Pen knew that I'd been to Japan and I was interested in going back to Japan, and that was like my dream kind of thing, but she didn't know the part that I wanted to be a farmer and I wanted to have a watermelon farm. That part I didn't really talk about because it seemed so difficult to get to that it was like a pipe dream kind of thing. 7 years after we'd been going out together, it turns out she had a farm in Thailand the whole bloody time.
I didn't know you want to be a farmer.
She didn't know I wanted to be a farmer. So can you believe that the whole time we're going out with each other for like 7 years, there's me in this thing in the back of my mind telling myself that maybe one day this might have to end if I'm going to go and pursue my like lifelong ambition. And the whole time she's got a farm. The whole time. As soon as I found out, I was like, on the plane right now, off on the plane, go, go, go. I thought I was going to have to move to Japan, settle in Japan, get a job, become a citizen, save up for years, and hopefully one day when I'm retired, I'm like 60 years old, 65 or something, then I can move down to the south and I'll have enough money to buy a farm and then finally grow some watermelons. So we just carry on driving up to Surat Thani. So we've come up to this place called Global House. It's like a massive building, warehouse place. Got one of these green Revo Roccos here. I really like these. It's one of my favourites. Red number plate means it's brand new. Isn't that totally ridiculous? It's me worrying for years I'm going to have to give up on my dream. How am I going to get a farm? What if I never get a farm? Won't it suck if you never get to do what you really want to in life? And the whole time she had a farm, had a farm the whole time. It's ridiculous, it's crazy. It's nice. It's huge, this place. They got everything. Pen loves shopping, buying junk. No, I need a big fork, big fork. This is what we're after. Digging equipment. And that shovel as well. We're cutting Pen out of her shorts. She's put on that much weight, it's cutting off the circulation. Look how tight it is. I've never seen anyone wearing shorts that tight.
She pay 400 baht. You can't have a fixed size, isn't it?
How tight they are. Drive carefully.
I will. What do you want to eat?
Whatever. Just come home. See you later. So we come back home. Electric is still off, but the dogs are alright. Pen's taking Gorgie to the vet, so She's going out with both the dogs. So we bought a few bits in that shop. Fork and a spade. I also bought this little cheap bench grinder. So earlier on today we went over to Puck's farm and I said, oh look, hasn't he got a nice big garage with a big tool shed and all that stuff. That's what I'm going to make here later as well. Once all the bungalows finished, the next step is to kind of dismantle most of the hut and then make this whole area into a big garage and a tool shed and that sort of thing. So when that's all done, you know, bench grinder and whatever else is all going to have a proper home and a permanent tool shed. So I've only managed to do 1.5 holes so far. That one down there took about 3 hours. I worked on this for about 2 hours. It's just really hard clay in here, it's horrible. I'm hoping this fork is going to help me break that up and get it out. Oh, it's so tough, some of this. I can barely do anything to it. It's like chipping away at stone. Look how this stuff comes out. Huge chunks. Look at that thing. It's ridiculous. I'm down about 50-60 centimeters now. It's so hard. And bang! Alright. What's the news?
I think they reckon one more day.
Maybe we can let him loose tomorrow.
Yeah.
That'll be good. He's gagging to run around. Is the electric back on yet?
Yeah.
It is?
It is,
Oh, you sure?
Oh yeah, I come in the fence on.
Oh, good. Ooh, 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 ooh. So that's a 1 year anniversary for me and Pen. 10 years since we started going out. So here's to another 10 years and working hard on the farm here. Gorgie's whinging. What do? He wants to run around, but we've had a good time the last 10 years. Mostly we've been living in the UK, so we're looking forward to a new decade and a new start here in Thailand. Hopefully everything's going to work out all right and we get to spend the next 10 years over here growing our dream farm. So Pen's going to get her dream, hopefully, of having a house surrounded by fruit trees, and I'm going to get my dream of having a farm in a tropical place. And hopefully we'll grow a watermelon or two. Yeah, the electric's back on. All the pumps are working. And it's nice and cool here. So I just thought I'd end today's video by saying, well, 50 videos. I can't believe I've made 50 videos. It went by so quickly. So thanks to anyone that subscribed recently. That's really great. Hopefully the channel will continue to grow, but you know, whatever. See what happens. So I hope you thought mine and Pen's story was interesting. I think it just goes to show, you know, you can be looking far away and you can be thinking about your life in the future. And sometimes you can feel like, you know, that thing that you really want, it feels like it's a million miles away. But it can turn out that it's just around the corner or even right under your nose. So the important thing is just to keep going and keep looking and just trust the process. That's what me and Pen do. Whatever bad happens to us, whatever plans fall through, we always just think, you know, that's just the way it's meant to be. You just have to have faith and trust the universe that you're going to end up where you're supposed to be one day. Okay. Trying to do my YouTube.